Star for this week's episode of AKB0048 Next Stage, episode 12. So let's get into this. So this week's episode of AKB0048, it was a good episode. You know, I enjoyed this. This episode left off in a cliffhanger, basically, because next episode is the last episode of AKB0048 Next Stage, the second season. So, you know, good things have to come to an end. But like I said, this was a good episode. There's not really too much to talk about, really, in this episode. And the summarization may be pretty short, basically. What happened in this episode is basically that Tomichin, she ended up getting sick within this episode, or having a headache, basically. But the reason is because Sensei was going deep inside her body, and basically giving her a message to send to Tsubasa, basically saying that the operation to take back AKB Star is called No Name. So that's what Sensei wanted to tell Tsubasa. And Tsubasa in this episode, she was just going like crazy. She really wanted AKB to really show their shine, to show how well they are, you know, to get that radiance of a Central Nova. And she's all, this is how you do it. Look, no ring on it, no ring. Like, she's going all crazy and everything like that. And yeah, she ended up kind of like showing a little bit of a Kara and some glow from her already. Even though she doesn't do that anymore, and she don't have a Kara, but it still kind of came back. That just shows how good she is. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of pumped up AKB, but the thing is, that's when they had this like vision. All of a sudden, they all get knocked out all of a sudden, and they ended up seeing basically AKB Star in like a new vibrant radiance and stuff. And they're in this different dimension, like on a train. It's very weird. I think Sensei kind of did it because they activated the delirium. So yeah, they ended up seeing AKB Star, and after that, they all woke up besides Nagisa and Cherry. Because they're special, you know, they're the special ones. They're the special ones. This show keeps hinting that, basically. And so they're still in the dimension, and what they see is not probably only that, but they also end up seeing Yuko. They end up seeing Yuko in that dimension. And basically, Yuko apparently didn't quite make it to Centinova status, basically, because apparently there's one thing that she was missing, which was, let me see what it's called. The unity that exceeds time and space. What the heck? Like, there's so many qualities you gotta get to become a Sentinel, and this crap is just ridiculous. The unity and time and space. Time and space. Like, what the heck? it's ridiculous. But they end up waking up off of that, and they know what their new objective really is. They still need to take back AKB Star with Radiance and all that stuff to activate the Lilium. So, you know, they seem ready. They go out there and try to do their performances on AKB Star. They teleport using the Lilium. The problem here is, the people in AKB Star do not care about them. They don't care that the performance is there. They're mad at them because they felt like they betrayed them. And so they're like, get out of here, KP, we don't like you. Go home, you're pretty, but you gotta leave. We don't want you here. Get out of here and stuff. And so it's getting to be a problem. So the first round of performances did not go well, as we know. And so they're probably gonna go back in, and basically at the end of this episode, we end up seeing Nagisa. She's like, this is not fair. This is something wrong. And that's basically in the episode. So the thing is, I'm pretty sure, because the next episode is last episode, I'm thinking that AKB, the rest, like the people that did performance, are going to go back inside, and then we're going to have Nagisa go out there and maybe do her solo performance, or just sing a little bit or something, and that might calm the crowd down for a sec. And then maybe Cherry may jump in on that, and then those two probably do a performance that will have enough readiness to actually activate the Delirium, which would end up maybe taking back AKB Star, because the fans can actually react to them as well, because they're not hating on them anymore. I think something like that is going to happen. At least I'm saying, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen anyways. I don't think all of AKB is going to start singing and dancing and, you know, showing all the radiance, and then all I'm going to do that. I think it's just going to be those two that's going to activate the Delirium, and they're going to be all surprised and like, oh, you know, all surprised and everything. So I think that's what I think is going to happen in the next episode. I'm not really sure what else would happen. So yeah, I just know that's what's going to happen. They're going to probably take back AKB Star. Well, I say probably. They're going to take back AKB Star, and yeah, and then they're just going to probably show a little bit of like some more development for both Cherry and Nagisa or something, and Centinova stuff, and maybe they can actually get back Yuko and maybe the rest of the Centinovas that disappeared. There's a possibility with this. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the next episode holds for us. I will say this though, there's one little nitpick I didn't like about this episode though. One little nitpick, and that basically is not Cherry's father. Cherry's father, you know, getting killed. Remember last episode he got shot and bam. I don't think we'll ever really know who did it. Maybe they'll announce it in the last episode, once things like calm down and everything, they take her AKB Star and all that. So maybe they may say something about it, but I'm not quite sure. You know what I mean? It's very iffy on that. So I don't know if we're ever gonna get any confirmation on who did this to him. and everything. Not to mention this episode, it didn't really reflect too much on that death. Like that was a big moment. You know what I mean? They should have like explored that just a little bit more than they did, because it really amounted to basically Cherry because she was feeling really down because her father died. And yes, that makes sense to be down off of that. But, you know, Tsubasa was being really hard on him. But the whole point is just, I feel like they should have explored it just a little bit more than what they did. So, you know, it didn't have that much of an impact because of that. You know, it just didn't really go too far into it. But that's my little gripe on this episode. So leave a comment below and tell me what you think of the episode. Like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more AKB reviews from me. So yeah, that's episodes next week. So hope to see you guys here next week and talk about this last episode. So yeah, leave a comment below, like the video, subscribe. I already said this. Been Thabreakmaster. Until then, break out.